You make jokes. Guys, have you watched The Daily Show? Have you watched Gutfeld? All my jokes are trying to get people to live the Lord's Prayer so genocide stops immediately. Immediate, L-Y. You enter a dark, scary room. You're sitting there in the gloom. Is Dracula, how do you say goodbye? You guys, hey, bite me. Why? I'm Anne Rice. Okay, that's how you guys are. I want to live forever and be a billionaire. Yeah, I want to be like fucking Diane Prince there. And the chick from Saturday Night Live, the Target lady that turned into a Catwoman. And I mean a real Catwoman. She had fur and claws and everything. Not like Eartha Kitt, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Halle Berry there. And don't forget Julie Newmar. Oh, yeah, she's statuesque. Mm-hmm. Tu Wong Fu. Okay. You're funny. I know. I would have never watched that movie if I hadn't married Amy. I would have never watched South Pacific. I'd have never watched Oklahoma. I'd have never watched West Side Story. I'd have never things I would have never done if I'd not married Amy Suzanne Fabre. Never watched South Park because Patrick by that time now we wouldn't have got that far because I already told him how stupid Beavis and Butthead was. Probably would have never watched South Park. I never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Angel. What else would I not have ever done if I had not married Amy Suzanne Fabre? Shit, there's tons of things. Yeah. No, ending up in the bedroom with more than one female, that happened numerous times to me before, Amy. Yeah, okay. What the hell's going on here? Okay, this is a little different. It didn't bother me. It's just sometimes women will do that to you. If they like you and you're nice and they think you deserve something, they'll bring it to you. The women are different than guys. They're not like P. Diddy. They're more a little bit like, I don't want to be with you, but I want you to be with someone because you're a really great guy and I brought you someone over. And maybe we could all have sex together. Okay. This is different. My mom and dad never told me this. That's because you were raised Mormon. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That's okay. Well, if I meet a woman in the future that's left-handed, my ex-wife golf club would be left-handed. The whole Jimmy Stewart, joke. If I go with the woman you're with, would you give her my golf clubs? And no, she's left-handed. It's funny. No, it's a very funny joke. A lot of people don't think it is, but I was like, that one made me laugh. That was very funny. No, she's left-handed. She wouldn't give her your golf clubs there. She left-handed because your golf clubs. If you're left-handed, your golf clubs have to face the other direction. Because you're left-handed, you understand. It's not like baseball or tennis or cricket for that matter. Golf clubs. The way the golf club, you'd have right-handed golf clubs and left-handed golf clubs. Do you understand? So wait, there's a bell. An angel's getting its wings. So yeah, okay. So do you understand? Okay, so Harvey, he's a puka. How many of you have a Harvey? You don't have a Harvey. No, it's a computer-generated image from the metaverse. Okay. You never really had a Harvey or a Shiloh. No, it's all been given to you by the government. There's that Rod Sterling fellow. He started all this bullshit back in the late 60s, or mid-60s with Twilight Zone and The Outer Limits. He did both shows. They just don't tell you. He's like Dolly Parton. He's got his hands into everything. He thinks he's Porter Wagner of Hollywood there. I'm kidding around. No, you're not. I know. No, I knew a lot of stuff about, I liked Tennessee Ernie Ford songs when I was a kid. Okay. But then as I got older, just real quick, I knew, oh shit, because I heard about Porter Wagner. And I knew Tennessee Ernie Ford was business partners with Porter Wagner. I thought, that son of a bitch. Yeah. What they did to women in Nashville. Those dirty, rotten fuckers. Yeah. Country music they came out, sooner than we found out about Don Cornelius and and Berry Gordy there and all that shit. We found out, a lot. Country came out with their dirty laundry before the R&B did and everybody else. They were like the first ones to sit there and say, well, they're sexually taking advantage of those women on Hee Haw. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Don't you think that was already happening for advertising dollars? And come on, salute, right? No, just okay. Didn't see that one coming. I think it's because they did. I think why they had to come out was because they did so many things that were based off of good Christian moral values in televangelist communities and Mennonite communities and yada communities. And so when they got called on their crap, they cleaned it up real fast. Okay, we're going to clean this motherfucker up real too fucking sweet there. And then you do the propaganda with Dolly Parton and Patsy Cline and Loretta Lynn. You ain't nothing but a tax write-off. I'm the money maker. You're the wife. Just stay home, take care of the bills, keep the house clean, and then I fuck around. And if you fuck around, you lose everything, right? Wow, yeah, she's got the pill. Okay, do you understand? But one's on the way. And she's so, well, didn't you hear it? I'm so glad that Margaret just signed $1 million pact, and Liz goes to get her hair done, goes all the way to France. Sisters are doing it for themselves. Who's zooming who? Guys, Cleopatra. Queen Elizabeth. Mary, Queen of Scots. She had a good friend who was her confidant and all that because her husband was an ass. Then her husband kills her confidant, and then she has somebody kill her husband. Are you familiar with a man named Claudius? Okay. He had to assassinate his own wife, who was really physically attractive, and married him because he, through assassinations, ended up Caesar. And then once he had his wife killed who was plotting to kill him, that sealed his fate because that family then killed him. Like what happened with, the Mary Queen of Scots there, and then the Duke of Gugabagamuga who killed this guy, and then Louis was killed shortly after, and you know what I'm saying. Okay, let them eat cake. Hey, look, it's a guillotine. You know what I'm saying? That Lord's Prayer sure does save a lot of hacking and cutting and killing and so forth, It sure does, if you live it and you devote yourself to it. Well, the Romans were supposed to be civilized, and Jesus Christ said, hey, if your philosophers are so gosh darn they're civilized, let's throw this up there, take down all the flagpoles, don't salute a fucking thing, understand the perfection of faith and infinite glory, and then live that perfection eternally so you don't end up a bunch of murdering sack of suds, sack of shit fuckers that need a lawyer cousin to come and tell lies to Fred Gwynn, so Herman Munster doesn't have to threaten to lock you up and threaten to put juice through your body of electricity to fry an egg on your head. Oh, do you understand? That's gross. I know it's gross. Stop doing it. Time for a Lord's Prayer. But what do you do if people still murder and we're living the Lord's Prayer? Live the Lord's Prayer first, okay? Just live the Lord's Prayer first. And then let the rest of the stuff take care of itself. That's why I'm not concerned. I used to be concerned about, where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model? Now my role model's gone. I put that back down. Angels in the architecture. Hallelujah, hallelujah. See, I don't care. I mean, I do care, but it doesn't occupy my mind at all. Who's going to get there and who's going to be there and who will be there and who won't? Doesn't either. My family should know by now I'm the Messiah. And they're out stimulating economies, going to Australia, the North Pole, I'm kidding about the North Pole, but going on Arctic tours and all this stuff to stimulate that economy, going on cruises and all that stuff. It's guys, just stand up for a Lord's Prayer. Stimulating economies is insane. You do know that could target you for genocidal operations from people that you support. The people you vote for president and the people that employ you could be setting you up for genocide to try to manipulate me, to make me angry and turn me into a killer instead of the gracious good shepherd. And I'm like, I can't do that. So, it's like a lot of the thing with the whole thing, if you've ever read the Gospels there with the whole thing with Elijah, don't take the gold there, son. If you take the gold there, son, that's what's going to happen. Okay. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And you can turn on the light, but that doesn't mean that they won't turn off the light and try to trip you and say, you suck. And you say, but I just live the Lord's Prayer, you little dirty, rotten bastard. Scoundrels, yeah, okay. So you're going to be a con artist that goes to the French Riviera and then run into Michael Caine, and then you have to be the dope to his suave guy, and then both get conned by the chick who you think you're conning. Remember that? You ever see Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? When Steve Martin was sitting there and he had the eye patch thing and he had the cork on the fork because and then this guy liked to use the restroom. He goes, okay. It's very funny. You ever seen that movie? I thought it was pretty funny. Michael Caine and Steve Martin, and I can't remember the lady who plays the one who scams them both. It was very funny, though. They're both scam artists, and this woman you think is innocent the whole time, and she's a better scam artist than they are. It's funny. You're just like, oh, wow. Yeah, that was funny. Didn't see that one coming. No, I didn't. I was just enjoying the movie and thinking it was funny, and then when she scammed them, I'm like, it cost me more than a dime to get into that movie. I think it was like at $1 movie where I watched it. Maybe saw it with Shelley and Patrick and Anthony. It's entirely tangible. I don't know if it was or not, but probably. Oh, me and Shelley, we have similar sense of humor, you know. And we'll sit there, $1 movie. Let's go see this one, right? We'll take the kids. Oh yeah, and the kids. Hey, this is actually kind of. And it's very funny, like especially the part where he has the eye patch and has this cork on the fork and moves the eye patch over. Excuse me, I'd like to use the restroom. They go okay, and he sits there and acts like he took a shit in his chair. Okay, it's funny. No, it's funny. Oh, God, made me laugh hard. Oh, shit. That was very funny. I mean, what do you know for funny? Yeah. Like Bowfinger. Bowfinger was funny. I liked a lot of Steve Martin movies. Yeah, and me and Amy were like, oh, my gosh. She's like, I didn't know I married Heather Graham. Yeah, okay. She didn't mean to be. No, Amy, I think, in the core is a very good kid. Because she's not Heather Graham. And she's not a Soul Train dancer. She's just a little pretty girl with a good sense of humor and lots of charisma that got manipulated by perverts to try to turn me into a pervert. And it didn't work. And I tried to get her to understand and pay attention. But how many of you are understanding and paying attention and doing the right thing and then saying what a crazy, stupid person Amy is and how stupid her kids are? Like, how many of you are standing up for the Lord's Prayer? Acknowledging the perfection of my eternal faithful love and giving it to your kids. Okay, I'm going to go check the mail. We'll see if this one loads in 8 minutes. And go check the mail, and we'll be back. And then I think a little bit later, because it's a little cooler tonight, I might go shoot hoops in the barn and then soak in salt water to Epsom salts to help with my chemical poisoning from your military heroes and military heroes. I got chemically poisoned during the Obama administration, the Trump administration, the Biden administration, and the Trump administration. So there goes your conspiracy theories on who's the good guys, who's the bad guys, and who wants to do right and who's doing wrong. Right? Fighting and killing and fucking over money is clinically insane, and you're all doing it all across media, and your technology is our technology learning? Apparently not as good as it should, because it sucks as bad as you guys at this time. So, well, maybe tomorrow it'll get better. I know everyday people, they're too divided and they're too scared. Maybe they will. It'd be nice if there was a grassroots effort to spread my social media and let everybody know I'm there. But, that's entirely up to them. If I have to do it all by myself, I see why in the Bible it says everybody bows to him. It's like, don't bow to me. Just go live the Lord's Prayer. They wrote down the book. They're wackadoodles. Just live the Lord's Prayer. I just need some privacy and some love. Just like you do. Okay, peace.